categories. Thank you. That sounds better. Should we start over again? Thank you. I welcome everyone for La Mode 1997. We have 5 different categories that students could enter: black tie, after 5, for effect, at the office, small world. We have named La Mode 97 Sheer Effect. Tonight's presentation consists of many different variations of sheer fabrics which have been cleverly used in a wide variety of forms, colors, and textures for different occasions. Short hemline is not the only way to look sexy. This is the message of our students' presentation for LA Mode 97. The delicately elegant embroidered sheer fabric combined with the 90s woman workout short and little tops for evening wear, the deep scoop neckline dresses are some of the examples of these outfits. All the garments were judged by our distinguished judges who came to SMC campus on April 28 to select tonight's winners for La Mode 97. The selection of garments was based on creativity, design, appropriateness of the category in which they have entered, pattern, fit, and construction. The judges were Jane Grant from Carlisle, Wendy Riatergi from Emil Rutenberg, Martin Wixman from Martin Wixman Inc., Letitia Judson from Saint Germain, Trudy Adler, owner of Trudy Adler Design Services. Our judges were quite impressed with the quality of design workmanship of our garments. As one of our judges, Trudy Adler, mentioned, I was very impressed with the imagination and quality of the workmanship of the students' work, and a lot of style would be very applicable in today's market. In your program, you will find the winner's name and the garment entry number. Look at the abbreviation of the categories in which they were entered. Numbers will be carried by our models to help our audience identify the designers. You will also notice that these models carry ribbons to identify the winning garments. Blue ribbon for first place, red ribbon for second place, white ribbon for third place, and best of show will carry trophy. I would like to also extend my deepest appreciation for donation from our sponsors. Dr. Piadat Robertson, our president, James Galanos, Emil Rutenberg, Graf California Wear, Trudy Adler Design Services, Ken Tanaka Studio, Carlisle, Jane Grant, who's one of our alumni, FNS Fabrics, Sharon Anthony, New World, Martin Wixman Pattern Services, Bay City Sewing Machine, Staple Inc., Couture, Carlo Golami, the designer, again one of our alumni. They pay back their dues. Joel Tasman, Elaine Herbert, Larkin and Brochert, Coats, Pats, and Trim Corporation, law offices of Dillon Pollard. We also received a donation of silk scarves from Braun Bremen. Flower arrangements, as you see on my back, were donated by Dutch Flower House, also Montana Blossom. Tuxedos by Gary's Tuxedo Shop. Hair designs that you will notice tonight is not mentioned in your program. It was the last-minute donation, but it's received by Pecha and his artistic teams. At this point, unfortunately, our president, Dr. Piadat Robertson, who was supposed to be our first speaker for tonight's show, had some, I guess, other engagement or difficulties to get here. But Randy Lawson, who has always been a great supporter of our program and our students, and I really appreciate his being here at all the time in every show that we have always had, is here tonight, and he's going to be our first speaker. Randy Lawson. Thank you.
Thank you, Fareshta. It is my pleasure on behalf of Dr. Robertson and the Board of Trustees to welcome all of you here tonight to celebrate the work of our students. We're very proud of our students, and it's wonderful to have events like this when we can show off their many accomplishments. This event is a good example of the college meeting one of our primary goals, which is partnerships with industry and the community. This is a long-standing example of the wonderful consequences of when industry and education come together. I'd like to recognize many people spend a lot of time and effort to make this event possible. But one person in particular not only is responsible for being the inspiration in terms of the students' work, but also in pulling together the event and also making the contacts with the industry. And I would like to recognize the work of Fareshta Mobashiri. It's an incredible accomplishment. And I know if Dr. Robertson were here, she would want me to extend special thanks to the people from the fashion industry, both for their donations and for their cooperation in helping gain wonderful experiences for our students. And so with that, I just want to welcome you here, and I think it's time to get on with the show. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Our second speaker is Gary Brownstein from Staple Inks. Gary?
Thank you. Thank you very much. I almost didn't make it in. They locked the doors exactly at 8 o'clock. And I just went out to get a drink, and next thing I knew, I couldn't get back in. And I just made it in time. Consolidation, joint venturing, outsourcing, these are words that we hear not only in the garment industry, but in all industries. Companies are trying to do more business and make more profits with fewer people working at their companies. And what does that mean to a company in the garment industry? We have a situation where anyone that works in the garment industry is a vital, important part of that company. Every single person that works at that company is an integral and key part. Each person that works at a garment company has to do more than one thing. If a person goes into a company and they're supposed to be in the design department, they have to be prepared to do whatever is required of them. At our company, I'm the president of Staples, not the same Staples as Staples Office Supply, but to our good fortune, we had the name Staples, and our logo were the actual Staples. And so when Staples became in existence, they had to ask us for permission to use our name, and were very nice in their compensation package for us. So with all of the years that I've been in the garment industry, the best year I ever had was when I let Staples use our name. At our company, if a person doesn't show up, it's really difficult for us. And so what can I say to someone that's going out there? I mean, you probably have heard just about everything that you can hear over the years that you've been at the school. And wherever you go, do what is required of you. You'll go to a company, and I don't think too many of you will go to a company and you'll walk in and they'll say, okay, design. Usually you go into a company, they've already got their concept established. They want to keep their customer interested. They have a type of a look that they've achieved over a number of years. And what they want the designer that comes into the company to do is to help them to continue their success with that. I know designers that come into a company and their job for a month might be just to research buttons for that company. Well, don't look at that like it's a demeaning part of the job. That's very important. At our company, for example, we have certain buttons that we use over a number of years. They become our trademarks. They're expensive. They're made of mother of pearl. And however, we now are embarking on looking for some new trademarks, some new button. And our designer has spent weeks and weeks just researching a button because that's important to us. So whatever you're asked to do, do it. And the other thing is, this is a very, very demanding business. And so I want to say to everyone that when you work in this company, when you work in this industry, you have to be mentally and physically capable of doing the job. And that means that you can't be partying and drinking at night, and you can't be doing drugs, and you can't call in the morning and say, I have a stomach ache, because we need you. And so you have to know what you're doing as far as your food intake is concerned. I know I'm not a doctor. I know it may sound crazy that I'm telling you guys this because you're in the garment industry, but that's really where it's at. And that is that when a person comes to work, they got to be ready to rock and roll. And I know myself that if I don't take care of myself, then I can't do my job. And that's what we need. We need nice, healthy, understanding, hardworking young people to come into the business and know that when you come in, don't give yourself a label that you're a designer. Know that you've been trained in design and you're willing to do anything that's asked of you within reason. Also, don't get into the nasty habits that a lot of garment people get into, and that's working late and long hours. If you got a boss that's a workaholic and they want to work to 10 o'clock at night, let them. You work the time that you're supposed to work. That's not to say when you have to get a line out or you got a show going on, you're not going to put some extra time in. But get a life and have a life. And I know for myself that 5 o'clock comes, I'm out of there. And I do my sports and I do my activities at home. And when my kids were young, I took the time with the kids. When you have a calendar in your business, keep a calendar for your stuff that you do during the day, but on that calendar also put down what you're going to do at night and what you're going to do on the weekends, and look forward to those things and enjoy those things. And so, welcome to the industry. Be healthy and happy and do good jobs out there.
Thank you so much, Mr. Brownstein. The third speaker is George Fontaine from Barneys, New York. He's the general manager, and I really welcome him for being here tonight. Mr. George Fontaine. Thank you for being here.
Thank you very much. Good evening. Just like to thank Foreste for inviting me tonight. I have a dual interest here tonight. Min, who's one of my employees, is also in the show, along with Miguel. So our interest is really twofold. That's to wish them well, and also to wish you well in this field of endeavor. Retailing for most of us is kind of a love-hate relationship. You get into it, either you love it, or you sometimes you grow to love it. But by and large, if you really love it, you stay with it. It's a very demanding field, but it's also rewarding field at the same time. Mr. Bronstein talked about the long hours. It's kind of synonymous with retailing. It's going to happen. But how you develop and how you maintain your own consciousness decides how much you put into it. But we need young people like yourself to get into our business. From Barneys, New York, our lifeblood is new vendors, new people, new resources, new ideas. And the vision that you have and you hold inside your head, only you can make it become reality. There'll be things put in front of you that will probably tell you to quit, stop, and do something different, because sometimes it gets tiring. But you have to persevere, and as you persevere and your dream becomes a reality, you then will enjoy this business as much as we enjoy it ourselves. It's a very fun business. There will be times when you might be chosen to do something different. As Mr. Bronstein said, you might have a different field, a different task. I asked you to even do something you don't think you qualified for, or even sometimes do things you probably overly qualified for. But all those things help you along the way, and I would just suggest you take each task, and as you take those tasks, learn from them, because as you grow and develop, you'll probably use those things down the road. You won't know where you end up. You might start in design, you might end up in manufacturing, or you might end up in retailing on the retail side like myself in the store. But the rewards are just the same. It's a rewarding business, and if you really work at it and you stay, I guess you keep your eyes focused, you too then look back and say, you know what, I've been here a long time, and I can remember when too I thought about myself and what I should do, but I kind of persevered. So I encourage you to do that. Don't let anyone turn you around. This business is one that also has a lot of ups and downs. You will meet some situations where you think you're going to fail, or someone looks at what you designed and say, oh my God, I can't see how you could design that. You would take it to someone, and they look and say, well, I can't use that. But somewhere along the way, we have the courage to take what you do and put it into reality, and all of a sudden it becomes a meaningful product, and it sells. And that's probably the most rewarding thing that you can see that happens to you. When you come up with a creation, you design something, and then you see it come off a runway, and then people start to buy it. Our business at Barnes New York is like no other business in the United States. We thrive on new ideas, new resources, and then we also thrive on how we put together into our own culture. And stores like ourselves need people like you. We need new people, new ideas, and new structures. We're not everybody's cup of tea. We don't intend to be, we don't want to be, and that's what makes us different. And you too, as you go out into the world, don't conform. There'll be times when you be tempted to go back and do what we call a commercial part of it, where it appeals to the masses, and all of a sudden you lose that creativity and you sell yourself short. So keep the dream, keep your realities for what they should be. Don't let anyone turn you around. Also keep true to yourself. If you remain true to yourself, then you will be successful, and you'll find out that what you've given to yourself in this business is one to be a long, rewarding career. It's like no other one. I've been doing this for 25 years, and I think sometimes I should do something different. But every time you have a bad day, there's also a good day. And there are things like tonight where we've had a long day, you come out and you see new people with new ideas and fresh things like this that kind of renews you. The long hour is going to come. We started early this morning, 8 o'clock, and we're still not finished yet, but this is a nice repause for us for a long particular day. And you can find ways also to let you reward yourselves from a long, tiring day, but you always come back to the retail side of it. It kind of gets into your blood, and when it gets there, it kind of holds you. Whether you sell, whether you design, whether you manufacture, whatever you do with this part of this business, it'll grab a hold of you, and it'll hold you, and it'll nurture you and maintain you. So congratulations to all the graduates for tonight, the whole school in terms of how they relate to this business. I look forward to a good show, and I know you didn't come to hear me speak. You really want to see the designs. So with that, I'll say good night, and come down and see us at Barnes. We're alive and doing well, and we hope that men and Miguel have a good night tonight. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And I think this is the moment that we've all been waiting for, La Mode 1997.
Maria do Shark Dio grama tocar cadea. Deve amor ali a maneira é amar. Per amare do jardim que amar. Per amor alla mangali amar. Per amare do jardim que amar. Per amare my love.
le cœur qui sonne, Alison. Et je l'aime, et je l'aime. Elle est câline comme Marilyn. Elle est plus coquine que Caroline, plus rigolote que Charlotte. Oh là là. Alison, c'est ma copine à moi. Alison, elle est câline et plus coquine. Alison, c'est ma copine à moi. Alison, elle est câline et plus coquine. Elle est blonde à croquer, elle est belle et bronzée. Je la prends par la main quand elle a du chagrin. Alison, Alison, elle est câline comme Marilyn. Elle est plus coquine que Caroline, plus rigolote que Charlotte. Oh là là.